everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to a new episode of Connecting During Crisis. My name is Joseph Luciano, alongside Miss Karaoke Queen, Michelle Clark. What's going on, Michelle?
Hello, everyone. How are you this evening?
Awesome. I'm good, Michelle. We got Martin Lee in the house. Jose Martin.
There I go talking off of mute, talk on a mute again. I don't know how I got muted. I think Joe muted me or something because I know I was off mute. But again, hey everybody, hey Joe, I think this is going to be a great topic, so can't wait to get into it. But
Awesome.
hey world, we're here back again.
That's awesome, Martin. We got guest just came back. His name is Apostle Kenneth Williams. How you doing, Apostle Kenny?
I am doing wonderful. How is everyone doing? Prayerfully, you all are doing exceptionally well. Thank you for the another opportunity to be on your platform.
Now we'll go to question number three. Where where are people under 21 getting the military stifle rifles from?
Can you repeat that question again,
Okay,
Minister Joe?
I got you. Where are people under 21 getting the military style rifles from?
Oh, easy. Off the streets, straw purchases. Um, it's all kind of loopholes around it, especially off the streets. Um, it's just basically a friend of a friend of a friend, or I know somebody that has such and such, and if you have the money to purchase it, then so be it. The other thing is, with the straw purchases, they, they find somebody who could do it for them. They come up with the cash, they get their little cut, and go about their business. That's how they get it. In my opinion, they need to the consequences with them straw purchases. They need to be more severe, and then they need to up the age with regards to being able to purchase a any type of firearms, like you have, like in southern states, you know, down there, Virginia, parts of Maryland, up in the Poconos and PA, people go hunting, and so they purchase hunting rifles. Some states, you can, at the age of 18, it's not for a teenager to go into the local Walmart or a gun store and purchase a shotgun, But then when it comes to fire, to semi-automatic pistols or guns in general, in my opinion, they need to up them. They need to up the age. Seriously, they do. But that's how they get them.
Wow, that's great. Martin, why you want give me some feedback?
What you mean?
That question.
To answer the question,
Yeah.
um, I agree 100%. Where they getting the guns from? My cousin house. No, I mean not particularly me personally, but that's just people say, yeah, I got it from my cousin, I got it from my family, I got it from my brother, my sister, whatever. You know what I mean? Like off the streets. The thing about it is, I think back in 2011 they did some statistics and they found out that there's more guns in America than people. So you think America has about 330 million Americans, a million citizens, and there's more guns than that. So that's a problem right there. So where they getting the guns from? You walk down the street, you probably see the gun on the street. Tell you the truth, um, I do like well, it's not a big deal, but I do follow these politicians sometimes, and they're talking about doing some things for gun control, but they're not doing anything serious. Anytime that you can walk outside with AR-15s, see, I know I keep cutting off what I'm talking about, but the Constitution says that you have a right to bear arms. It doesn't say what arms you have a right to bear. Now we don't have to. I mean, like we don't have to get rid of every gun on the street, but I mean, does it make sense that we have an AR-15 or we have these military grade weapons on the street, whatever, semi-assault weapons? However, you have interest groups like the NRA that put a lot of money in making sure that these guns weren't taken off the street, and then you get them in the hands of mass shooters. You get them in the hands of the hood, whatever, and it causes a problem. The funny thing about it is the Supreme Court, and maybe we'll talk about this at another time, but the Supreme Court just said we're going to take abortion and we're going to put that back to the states. How about doing that with gun control? You say, hey, we'll let the states decide what type of weapons are allowed in that particular state. But you can get a gun anywhere, unfortunately. I know they tried. I know they came up with something called a boyfriend loophole. I'm not 100% what that was, 100% what that is, but something about if there's a domestic situation, then one of the parties are not able to, one of the girlfriend or the boyfriend is not able to get a weapon. But they're doing things just little by little just to try to satisfy, I'm talking about politicians, just try to satisfy their constituents and at the same time trying to satisfy the topic. But they're really not doing enough. And until our nation's leaders are serious, you're just going to have guns all over the place for the foreseeable future.
Wow, that's amazing, Martin. Thank you for the input. Michelle, you gonna meet yourself. I had to meet you for a second. That's why a lot of noise coming from. You cool?
Okay. Well, just like Pastor said, like you could be 12 years old and have a hunting license. So you already have access to guns if you're in that environment. I worked in a school where a kid was 12 talking about, oh yeah, I went hunting and with me and my dad had these type of guns. And I'm like, really? How did you go? Well, I have a hunting license. I'm only 12. But I'm like, okay, so that gave that person access to guns already at the age of 12. So you can imagine what's in that household, if that, because I'm thinking of just regular old hunting rifle, and this person's talking about something completely different, and I'm like, but I'm 12, but I'm licensed to use it. And I'm like, maybe that's something I'm not aware of, but this is coming out of a 12-year-old mouth telling me what's in their house. They go hunting, and it's not a hunting rifle that you can see at Kmart, and I'm like, okay, but where did this person get that weapon? And I noticed something too with a lot of these, the mass shootings in the schools and stuff. These are like areas, like suburban areas. And they seem to, I assume, I notice I'm saying the word assume. I assume that these people are gun collectors and they go to gun shows and go see these things and purchase these things as collector items. But their children are going, well, you know what? I'm being victimized. I'm going to use this and I'm going to get back at A, B, C, D. And they're going to know who I am because I got this weapon. I'm going to get respect because I have this type of weapon. I have access to this type of power. And I noticed, like, okay, in the hood, yeah, I guess the guns are on the street. Yeah. But it got really scary because these things started happening in areas where these never happened. No, not in our areas. No, in the hood maybe, but not where we're from. But hey, that's where most of the guns are, and in big collections, not just, oh, this person had one AK-47. No, you had 12. Why do you need 12? Why 12? What are you going to do? Are you part of a terrorist organization? Gun collecting? Really? NRA? What message did you send your children at a younger age? Like, it's okay. It's okay long as you are in a certain area to do this thing and to have this and to do this thing, you're going to be tagged as insane instead of, oh, well, you're a murderer. No, mental health. Like you said, they throw out the mental health thing. Really? Come on. Come on now. Something's got to give all the way around. It's just got to stop. If we have to stop gun shows, don't have them anymore. You know, stop promoting it. Got to find a way to stop it. And I think that's one way of doing it. Laws, yeah, we're gonna keep changing laws forever. You know, little by little, bit by bit. And I do think the abortion thing was just like a distraction away from that. If you ask me, it was just a distraction. It's wrong, but it's just a distraction. I don't know. Well, I don't know how this is going to end, to tell you the truth. How is it going to be rectified and stopped? You can make as many laws as you like, but still somebody's going to find a loophole some way, somehow. Like the ghost, what is it? Ghost guns? Mm-hmm. The ones that you can just make thanks to technology. How are you going to stop that? They don't have serial numbers. So how are we going to stop that? How are we going to stop that? What, shut down the internet from giving out instructions? And the internet also taught people how to make bombs. So what are you going to do? Freedom of speech, blah, 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 blah. You know, it all goes back to the Constitution. They had the right to do this. They have the right to do this and that. And so what are we going to do? Blow up the Constitution? Start over again? What? How? That's my question. My question is how? How do we stop it?
That's awesome, Michelle. That's good information. I'm down my final question. Are guns law too lax?
You want me to respond to that first?
Yeah, go ahead, Master Kenny.
Absolutely, gun laws are too lax. What way are they too lax? Again, the consequences, age. You know, again, as Michelle was sharing that, you know, how someone can go into, you know, a Southern Walmart and purchase a hunting rifle. 18 years of age. They need to change the age difference, up it. And that will help alleviate some of it. But yeah, absolutely, gun laws are very lax.
Wow, Martin.
Yeah, you know what? And I struggle with this question throughout the years, whatever, because like I said before, unfortunately, I was a victim of a gunshot. And, you know, my thought, you know, growing up, like, you know, guns just need to be banned. They need to put a strict on this. Why can't we put a hold on guns? Whatever. Why are so many out on the street? But then I said, even going back to what Michelle was talking about, you know, you know how what she was saying about, you know, the 12-year-old with the hunting license. And I think about it. You know what? There are responsible gun owners also, and I figured, you know, maybe the gun laws are fine exactly what they are. Maybe they're not relaxed. I mean, maybe they're not relaxed. Maybe they're fine. Maybe we don't need any gun control. And I figured that, you know, maybe we just really need to lock up the bad guys, whatever. You know, especially in the cities, whatever, where a lot of killings are happening, we need to lock up the bad guys. However, I mean, I've changed that view again also. I think it's a combination of both now. I think you need to lock the bad guys up, people who are out there shooting and killing people, but you also do need some type of gun control. And that's why I was just saying, even in my last response, that, you know, maybe the Supreme Court, I know it's probably not going to happen unless situations change, and that's another story. But maybe the states should have the authority to what type of guns can be allowed in their state and their localities also, and they should be as a way of I hate to use the word gun control, but gun control is a way of just stopping unnecessary killings, whatever. I mean, I know you'll never stop the mass shooter who wants to pick up a gun and go to the school and go to the church and kill somebody, whatever. But we could start alleviate a lot of the stuff on the streets if the states can, if the states were able to have better control of gun laws. But yeah, I think they are lax. I think there's a lot more that they can do with it. But also at the same time, I think that our local politicians have to be tougher on crime also.
That's great. That's great, Martin. Michelle, you can go ahead and meet yourself.
I agree with Martin. Like, the states need to do more. They need to do a whole lot more. I mean, I'm a victim of gun violence as well. 1995, I was shot at on my block with an AK. Back when, they were like, I guess, new technology, I guess. And I was lucky not to get hit, but the experience still has me, like, even today, kind of shaken. But and then all around me, it was nothing but shootings. My house has been shot up so many times. So it's like, after a while, you kind of get, I don't know. I don't know what to feel about it. In one way, I'm like, oh my God, this is like, this is a pandemic in itself now. Like, okay, we saw it coming, but what do we do? How do we curtail it? Like, yes, we want the government to get in on this and do that, but they're like, well, the Constitution says, and blah, blah, blah. But we got to do something. We've got to patch up them loopholes so nobody can, like you said, there are some people who are responsible. They are responsible gun owners, and we can't penalize them for some person who just felt like, I have a gun, I do whatever, but it's something. I don't know what has to be done. I just know something has to be done, or else you might as well just give a gun to everybody. Everybody get a gun, okay? What else to protect you from the people who are doing the shootings? It's like a vicious cycle, a strange cycle. Are you scared? What are you going to do? Are you going to stay in your house forever because you're afraid you might get shot just walking out your door? That took me a lot to get over as well. I mean, I had been shot at, and it was like, do I let them win, stay inside from fear? I'm afraid to go out now because someone took a shot at me. Do I stay in? Do I go out? What do you do? So in a way, it's kind of causing another type of mental health in a way. It's like, how do you handle it? How do you deal with it? But it's getting so bad. It's like, what do we do? We can't stay in the house and be afraid of breathing, So what do we do? What do we do? So I do in my daily prayers, just pray that it would just stop. Something just comes along and just stop.
That's great, Michelle. That was good. That was good. You guys have final remarks. Everyone have final remarks?
Yeah, I'll go to start it off. It was a good show. Like I said, this topic really touches me, whatever, just because I was in that area, whatever. I mean, I wasn't a gangbanger or a drug dealer or whatever. I mean, I was just coming home late at night from the movies one time when I was a teenager, and somebody shot me, whatever. But so my view of guns probably, I don't want to say they're different. I think they're on par with everybody, but I actually live this, whatever. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something has to be done sooner or later. Unfortunately, I don't think anything is going to be done. I think, and I'm gonna just go back to the mental health thing, whatever. people say, the politicians say mental health, whatever, so they won't talk about gun control. But if they were serious, where are the mental health hospitals? Where is the strive for mental health? There is none. So,
Yeah.
so they just want you to stop talking about it because they have an interest group that are actually paying for them to have all these guns on the street, whatever. So, I mean, I agree with when she says prayer. The only thing you can do. I mean, my mom tells me all the time, look, when you leave the house, whatever, just pray. When you wake up, pray. When you leave the house, just pray, whatever, because you just never know if if you're going to come back or not. So, I just hope something gets done sooner or later. Every little bit helps, but it's just it's an ongoing battle.
Yes.
But thanks for the conversation, Jay. Joe, I'm glad you had
No,
it tonight.
no problem, Martin. Michelle got final remarks.
Well, I'm following up with that. Like I said, I wasn't part of a gang banger thing either. I just happened to live between two crack houses at the time that I didn't know of.
Good.
And it was a mistaken identity type thing. I came out to wish everybody Happy New Year. And it was awfully quiet because usually around New Year's, everybody's shooting. And this one year it just happened to be very, very quiet. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go outside and wish everybody a Happy New Year. I went on my stoop and I look at the corner and there's this one person at the mouth of my block. I saw the fire from the gun before it got to he was like a half a block away. You know what I'm saying? And he took a pot shot, hit my door. I dove in my house just at the nick of time. The bullets hit the door and the railing. And there you go. And mistaken identity, I assume mistaken identity. So and at that time the Tech Nines was just coming out, but that was in 1995, by the way. That was 95. So all this gun stuff is not really new. It's just escalated to the point that people are thinking it's new, and different types of people are like, okay, as long as it stayed in the hood, nobody got upset. But once it got out in the burbs and it took a turn for, interest groups got involved, and all of a sudden it's this big mushroom cloud of, oh my God, but technically it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's just that the whose hands that the guns are in has changed. That's the big change right there. That's why everybody's all up in arms. Before, they could care less. So I just wanted to stop for all the way around. I don't care whose hands it's in. Just stop it. That's my bottom line.
That's good, Michelle. That's good. Apostle Kenny, you got last remarks?
Thank you for the opportunity. Well, thank you for extending the invitation to me to be a part of this wonderful platform as well as program to address certain particular topics and subjects. And we have a lot to cover, to address and to deal with in society today. It ain't gonna go nowhere until we deal with it. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, Brother Martin Lee Jr. and Sister Michelle Clark. Thank you, Minister Joe Luciano. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you guys had me back again. I greatly appreciate it. God bless all of you.
My precious Apostle, my pleasure. This is Joseph Luciano, Martin Lee, Michelle Clark, and Apostle Kenneth Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in this episode, Connecting During Crisis. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a nice day, everyone.
Hi, I'm Michelle Clark, and I am a PhillyCam TV production crew member. Why don't you join us at PhillyCam? You'll enjoy it and you'll have a lot of fun. You'll meet people, you'll see some stars every now and then. So come join us at PhillyCam.